tutorial. In this tutorial, I'll be walking you through an important concept of C++, which is constructor. So what is a constructor? A constructor is a special public member of a class which initializes objects of that class. The programmers do not call constructor, but it gets called automatically when we create object of that class. So important things we have to remember in constructor is constructor has the same name as of class and it doesn't have a return type. So let's get started with an example to explain to you how it works in C++. So let's do a class. Let's create a class. Let's put it name score. Okay, now we also need to make it public so you can access the elements of the class. And let's take two integer student 1 score and student 2 score. Student 2 score. Okay, so now we have to create a constructor for the class. Let's do it. So how do you create a constructor? Is just write in the name of the class and use the curly braces. Sorry, use the bracket, and then let's give the value of the so we'll access the elements of those of the class. So let's give student 1 score equal to 100 and student 2 score equal to make it 80. All right, now let's do this. So let's come to the main, int main. So for the class score, we need to use an object so we can access the elements of the constructor. So how do we do that? So just write the score, which is the class name and constructor name, and just write like C. So this is our object C, and now C out. The student 1 score is. So how can we access this? Is by C dot, so which is the object. So student 1 score int and underline. Then one more C out. Student 2 score is. So again C, which is a instance for the class. C dot student 2 score and underline. Good. So far so good. Let's see. So let's run the program. It should run successfully. Let's wait. Build succeeded and wait for the output. Typically it takes some time for Xcode to give the output in the Mac, but we should have an output. Let's see. So student 1 score is 100 and student 2 score is 80. So it was successful. So to recap again, constructor has to have the same name as of class. So our class name is score. We made it public so we can have access to the elements of the class public of the class score. Now we have to create a constructor. So this is a constructor of that, because this is the class is a name is a score, and we also have to use the score as a constructor name. So let's give the value of student 1 score is 100, and for this student 2 we put 80. In the main we have to use an object for the constructor. So constructor name is a score, so we just use an instance for the score, which is c or whatever you want to give it. Now c out student 1 score is c dot, so we have a student 1 score and c dot a student 2 score. So that should give us the result. So I think that was helpful for you to understand how constructor works in C++. I will give you more examples on constructor probably in uh, subsequent lectures. So I'll see you then, and you all have a great day. Thank you very much.